What's going on, everybody? Greetings from beautiful Elk Garden, Virginia. We are actually searching for some special guests, and you'll actually get to see one of them quite shortly here. We've got the G-Dog back here, who is raring to go, just super happy. Alpha Gal, mostly known to you as KRIZAKONI, is joining me on this excursion to find our special guests. It's great to be out on trail, and we're gonna get moving. Okay, so we've made it to Deep Gap. Garby hanging out down there. And the spring is right over my shoulder here, and that's where KRIZAKONI currently is going to do his spring report. And if you're ever wondering how the spring is in a certain area, guaranteed if he's hiked through that area, he's gone down to the spring and done a video of it, which he's doing right now. How was the spring?
Oh, it's a gusher. It's huge. It's like an open fire hydrant.
I think we're going to start making our way back up the AT toward Thomas Knob. Back out in the open, and some of this fog is starting to burn off. There's a bit of a view down there in the valley. Okay, so this is the side trail up to Mount Rogers. The AT at one time actually went over the summit of Mount Rogers, and that's what this blue blaze is. It left from a trail at Deep Gap where we were taking a break earlier, went up over the top of Mount Rogers, and then came down this way. So this is all former AT right here. Someone turned on the sun. Nice. So yeah, we go through this little field for a short amount of time and we'll be at the shelter. Yep, that is it. Thomas Knob Shelter in all its glory. So this is the rock just behind Thomas Knob Shelter. That's the bear box you see over there. And down in that corral is the spring. Back there in the fog is Briar Ridge. And that over there is where we just came from. You got all kinds of pony action going on here. Ponies here, ponies there, ponies everywhere. This pony's been trained because it's hanging out right by the food box. It knows what's up. Molested by a pony from behind here. I was sitting here and the thing just came up and licked the back of my ear. Good grief, that's a first. Never been molested by ponies before. Well, folks, you just never know what's going to happen up here in the Mount Rogers High Country, do you? Alright, so we're just about a half a mile past Thomas Knob Shelter, and these are actually the nicest campsites. If you can get here when it's not crowded, which it's not right now. Hardly seen anybody out here, but they're nice and mowed down by the ponies. Plenty of spots, plenty of room. I've actually camped in this little cluster of trees right here before. Set my tarp up in there. Really nice views of Briar Ridge. And that out there, that's the saddle where we came in. That's White Top in the clouds over there. Over there in all its majesty we have Wilburn Ridge, which in my opinion is the best 360 view in Virginia. Definitely worth going up there on a day like today.
Hey, that's steep off that edge.
Yeah, it is. So we've made it to Rhododendron Gap, and that up there is the campsite. Potentially, if nobody's up there. And the way it's been looking, I haven't seen any tents so far, so there's a really good chance we're going to be able to get that spot. Okay, so it's just a short jaunt up this rise, and we'll be at the campsite. Pretty happy about that. And this is supposed to be the rendezvous point for our special guests. So hopefully they'll find it, and I have a feeling it's going to be a really good night. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have sweeps. Put your hands together. Please welcome MISCHIEF.
Hello, and welcome to our campsite. Due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, we ask that you maintain social distancing guidelines and remain 6 feet away from other people at all times. And remember, we're all in this together.
Yeah, those are just big clouds moving along. No, we haven't seen any lightning yet, so
No, I think
it's almost dark 30 here.
When you're just laying in your tent and that
Time to turn the lights on.
you just lay there and pray to God you're not going to get hit, you know.
There we go.
There's nothing you can do if it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
you'll get it.
Yeah, we're all discussing the possibilities of being up here during a lightning storm. Which, it's not the best place. I mean, there's no tree cover anywhere. I mean, our tents are the tallest things around.
You've been up here 100 times.
So,
I'm hoping these clouds go away.
I don't see any lightning. I seriously doubt it's going to rain. There's nothing in the forecast, nothing on the radar. If it does, it's going to be scattered, very minimal, and probably won't last very long. But yeah, so it's kind of peaceful up here.
It's a great spot.
Ooh, crawl out.
Clear sky. We had clear skies last night. It was really
Yeah, so not much of a sundown. The sun would be setting over in that direction, but it's just too clouded up. But in the morning, the sun will rise right over there. That is, if it's not clouded over and if I'm not sleeping. It'll rise even if I am sleeping, but I just won't be awake to see it. Good morning from Rhododendron Gap. It's a beautiful, sunny, sun-washed morning. Got the sun rising over there. We got MISCHIEF packing up. Garvey hanging out, making sure the ponies don't molest them. And I think we're taking a different route back today. The views are a little bit better on the horse trail, so if you've never been down the Crest Trail before or the Highlands horse trail, you might want to stick around to check that out. Anyway, we're going to finish this coffee, finish getting packed up, and we'll see you on the trail. Okay, so we're back on trail. We are currently on the Crest Trail and headed towards the Highlands horse trail. And we're kind of walking through Rhododendron Gap right now. And surprisingly, not many people here last night, even though it was a holiday weekend and it was first time out for a lot of people in a few months. Kind of surprised there weren't more people up here. A lot of people out for the day yesterday, which that's good to see, but not a lot of tents around. So actually, in some ways, it's kind of nice. break time on Briar Ridge on the saddle. We're just on the edge of it in the shade here. But, we're about to walk out there in a few minutes after we're done relaxing. And then we're going to head down the Orange Blaze down to Deep Gap. Okay, we have a visual on the parking lot. It's been a great hike. I've had a lot of fun. Probably drove Sweeps and KRIZAKONI nuts, but that's what they get for inviting me along on an excursion like this.